Can someone please tell Capcom? Not even tell them. Can somebody please go to Capcom's headquarters and turn off the stove? Because my house is about to burn down to the ground because of how much Capcom is cooking. It's about to explode. Who told Capcom to cook like this? Who? Why are y'all cooking like this?
Yeah, boy.
Y'all just gave us year 2 DLC characters and revealed that it's guest characters that y'all never did in Street Fighter. From a different company, I should say. Y'all never did it. And now you're giving us Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game collection that's coming out for Steam, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. Who gave y'all permission to do this? This is crazy. I'm surprised my house didn't explode. The seasoning y'all have in that pot is crazy. I can smell it from countries away. I can smell it. I just can't sneeze though, because you know it's that far away. But anyway, yo, in the Nintendo Direct, they literally announced Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game collection, where we're gonna get X-Men vs. Street Fighter, which I have a story for y'all at the end of the video. Hopefully I remember. Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which we haven't gotten. I think the last time we got a port of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was for PS3 on the PSN store. That was only there for a limited time. I literally, when I was a child, I was literally had the money to buy it, and when I had the money to buy it, I couldn't get it. It was crazy. But anyway, they're now porting it into not really next gen consoles because it's gonna be for PS4. I guess Nintendo Switch is a next gen, and then they're adding it to Steam, which is great for PC players. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. And they're having online for. This is crazy, and they're adding training mode and all. This is crazy, bro. This is really crazy. I don't know who gave Capcom permission to cook this crazy. I don't know who did it. I don't know why. Capcom should literally just own Nike at this point, because they're just doing it. They're just doing it at this point. This is crazy, bro. This is absolutely insane. I feel bad for Xbox people. It's probably gonna come on Xbox. I have no idea. I don't know what Xbox is doing. Xbox is literally on the bottom of the food chain. Is actually insane when it comes to this game and stuff. Like, I don't know what they're doing. But they did okay with their, you know, Xbox showcase. But this is not about Xbox. This is about Capcom. Capcom, you are literally, like, you're going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, you're going extremely crazy. You did a survey, basically giving, not really giving what the fans want, but asking what the fans want. And more than likely, you're gonna give what the fans want, because why would you do a survey and not implement what you asked for the survey? It's kind of stupid if you did that. But yeah, Capcom's going crazy. But anyway, let's get into what this video is about. Today, we're going to be reacting to one of my brother's videos, which is called Why the Marvel vs. Capcom Collection is Extremely Important. Now, shout out to my brother qgames1301. Love you, bro. Thank you for bringing this video to us. I think it's very important, because if they can give us guest characters in Street Fighter that we haven't gotten in the history, and now they're giving us Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, we're going to be getting a lot of ports that we had, or a lot of old games that we had in the past, now in current gen game consoles or on PC or whatever. So that is insane, bro. If they could do this, we're gonna be getting a lot, and I mean a lot, of old games on current game consoles or on PC or whatnot. So that is absolutely insane. If they could do this for Marvel vs. Capcom, just imagine what they're gonna do with other games in the future and things of that nature. That would be crazy. That is going to be insane. If they could do it with this, imagine what they could do with other games. That's insane. But anyway, let's get into this video. Shout out to qgames1301. I'll leave his channel in the description, all his links and everything in the description. Make sure you guys check him out. Love his channel. Positive guy. Awesome guy, man. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Let's see what he has to say. And I'm more than likely going to agree with what he says, because we mostly agree on everything. So, yeah. But anyway, let's watch this.
The Versus series in general, in my opinion, is hinging on this collection, guys. That's how I personally and honestly feel. What's going on, guys? qgames1301 here, and yes, I am still calming down after the recently announced Marvel vs. Capcom collection. And in today's video,
yeah, this is
I want to talk about how important and monumental this is, especially if you're an MVC and versus game fighting fan.
Was that Kingpin?
This is, especially if you're an MVC.
Is that Kingpin right here, or is that Vulture? Why does it look like Vulture and Kingpin did a fusion? This is probably Kingpin. Oh yeah, this is for the Punisher. That makes sense. I was about to say, there's no way they're adding Kingpin to Marvel vs. Capcom. That would be extremely random. Like, but yeah, this is for the Punisher game. I'm like 99% sure. I never played it, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry.
And versus game fighting fan. But before we get started, please consider subscribing to the channel, man. We cover all sort of things fighting games and JRPGs. So if you're into that type of thing, go ahead and show your boys some love. But enough promotion, man. We got the MVC collection finally announced, and I am just still reeling in from being super excited. But everything I'm going to say in this video is speculation on Cali Q's games part, all right? Don't take this as fact and don't take this as the gospel. But in my opinion, this collection is absolutely important. Why? Because I feel like with the extraordinary sales of this collection, if we can show Marvel and Capcom that this community is alive and well, I truly believe that this will set off other moving parts in the future.
And I hope that this shows, like, if these sales, more than likely these sales are gonna go crazy. I hope this tells Marvel, especially Marvel, that we don't like the woke foolishness. We don't. Now I know this is like kind of a different topic, and I'm kind of going on a tangent. But if Marvel gave permission for Capcom to do this, this shows that Marvel is in shambles. Marvel is the definition of selling the bag. Seriously. After phase 3 or phase 4? I don't know which one it was. After Endgame, they sold the bag. Everything was just woke and just garbage from that point. So, Marvel, if this is your redemption arc in trying to get the bag again, while having a collaboration with Capcom, good. You actually made a logical and a great decision. Because throughout your whole run from Endgame to now has just been the most idiotic decisions we've ever seen in history. So, good on y'all part for making the most logical decision. Shout out to Omni-Man.
Believe me,
y'all don't think.
Let's check other type of things that have happened like this. Whenever a collection, I feel like collections are the new litmus test for companies to see if a person and if a fan base is still interested in a specific series, game, or genre. And I truly feel like, why else would Marvel and Capcom finally make this entire lineage of titles happen right here, right now, if there was not something else potentially bigger on the horizon? Or
it could just be that Marvel is just selling the bag, they're losing money, they're almost about to be homeless, so they needed a bag, and so they went to Capcom. Literally, the only reason why this is happening is probably because Marvel's about to be homeless, they're about to be bankrupt, and they needed a bag, so they went to Capcom. Because they know Capcom is cooking like crazy, and they can't cook nothing. They're not even cooking salads.
I feel like companies now use remasters and remake collections to decipher whether or not an audience is still into something and if it's worth investing a future into. In my opinion, Marvel vs. Capcom collection, the arcade classics, this is a bona fide fact. I mean, look at the work they've put into this. They didn't just port these over and call it a day. They're adding the gallery mode, they're adding to jukebox mode, music mode, hitbox mode. Right now, Capcom is in an extremely amazing spot. Why do I say that? Capcom recently is still experiencing growth in the fiscal year. Their profits are still rising, their revenue is still going up. Capcom is not hurting right now. In fact, Capcom is doing the best out of a lot of companies right now, in my personal opinion. They're doing pretty darn good for themselves. I wouldn't say the best, I'll take that back, but they're doing pretty darn good for themselves with Resident Evil, Dragon's Dogma, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter 6, and now you got Marvel vs. Capcom collection on the scene as
they're going
well.
Crazy, bro.
And I feel like, speaking of Street Fighter 6, last time we heard of it, it hit 3.3 million copies sold. Street Fighter 6 is thriving and alive and well as well. And I feel like, guys, we're experiencing a new Capcom fighting game. Boom, man. This is actually going to be a separate video of mine. But I feel like with them bringing this back, them doubling down, if you notice the Capcom pattern, they always double down when they're in that fighting game renaissance zone. They always double down. Like, I remember we got Street Fighter 4. And then Super Street Fighter 4. Don't quote me on the exact order, but I just remember the order was Street Fighter 4, and then eventually, what do you know? We got Street Fighter 4, then we got Super Street Fighter 4 somewhere in there, and then we ended up getting Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That happened in the past.
I thought we was going from. Okay, that was my bad.
Then we had Street Fighter Cross Tekken, then we had Ultimate MVC, but you get my point. Usually when there's smoke, there's fire when it comes to Capcom and the pattern and the way that they move when it comes to these fighting games. Street Fighter 6 is in an extremely healthy place right now. It is extremely healthy right now. You have the M. Bison DLC coming out next week. You have
I forgot about
the
that.
recently announced collab between Terry and SNK and Street Fighter, with Terry and Mai going to Street Fighter 6's DLC in Season 2. I mean, this is the renaissance we 90s / Capcom lovers have been waiting for when it comes to Capcom. And I'm not even joking with you guys. Yes, Infinite was trash. All right, let's get that out the bag. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was trash. No offense, I'm saying it right here, Capcom. But let me tell you right here, the excitement seen for this collection over the past 24 hours has been absolutely incredible. People love this series. This series means so much to so many people. And finally, you guys are seeing the impact in the modern world with these classics coming back. I mean, they went above and beyond, including 7 games total. Guys, this collection is extremely important. And trust me, guys, when I usually feel like this, just know that there is some merit to what I'm saying. This collection seems to be packed. Every game has online play. Every game has, updated things about it, like a gallery mode, jukebox mode. This is incredible. The fact that they actually included never before seen things. They have new training features for new players to get better. They have new accessibility options as well, like the 1-button special for beginners. This could breed a whole new age of 2D fighting. They even have the quick save data on here, just in case you're having a hard time with your arcade run, and you can reload your save.
That?
Now I know a couple people are going to abuse this because it kind of takes away, but then they even got the marquee cards from the old school.
Yo, this is crazy,
playing
bro.
To that child in all of us from the 90s. This is playing to all the arcade heads. They know exactly what they're doing. I think they're just fattening us up because there's a bigger dessert coming. That's how I personally feel, guys. I feel
honestly, if they could do this for Marvel vs. Capcom, they can most likely do this for Mega Man. Like, if they, I don't know, I think they did a Mega Man collection not too long ago. Don't quote me on that. Or they did a remaster or something. More than likely, if they're doing this, they're probably gonna give y'all a big Mega Man collection game or whatever. They're probably gonna give you a big collection of retro Mega Man games. If they do that, most likely they will do that. If they don't, they miss the bag with that. But I know a lot of people are waiting for rather a new Mega Man or some retro Mega Man games to be ported into the current game consoles or PC or whatever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the next thing they're working on, or working on Dino Crisis or whatever, because that's what mostly people want. So yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So that's probably what we're gonna get next. I'm not gonna lie, because if they got this cooked up, they probably got Mega Man cooked up or Dino Crisis. So yeah, that's what the fans want. So
if we support the collection,
based on the
MVC
survey,
4, Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is actually a real possibility. But this is what you must do. You must support this collection. If you want to see this series thrive, if you want to see this series go forward, even if it's not just Marvel vs. Capcom, the Versus series in general, in my opinion, is hinging on this collection, guys. That's how I personally and honestly feel. That's why I believe it's imperative and it is super important that you support this collection, guys. This is a big moment for the Versus series. I believe Capcom put that survey out there for moments just like this.
Yep.
Because they are testing to see where is the market, and money talks. I don't care what anyone say, money talks. Even Disney will listen to money. All right. So
yeah, they are now because they did this. They allowed this. They allowed this to happen. That's why. If Disney did not care about money, they would not allow Capcom to get these characters in here. So I'm just being honest. So he's right about that.
To support this, if you are an MVC head, I am using my channel to make sure you know how important this collection is. Yes, these are old games. Yes, we've played them before, but right here, right now.
I remember what I was gonna say. You know, even though I clown on Xbox and you know I don't mess with Xbox or nothing like that. My question is like, why didn't they put this on Xbox though? Like, why? Unless they are and they just didn't advertise it or it's just not coming out yet. Why? Like, if they don't put this on Xbox, why? Like, I don't understand that. Was it hard to port on Xbox or like what's going on? Like, my question is if this is all about money and it's about getting money or whatever, getting the bag, why is this not on Xbox? Because the more platforms it's on, the more money you get. So it's like, why is this not on Xbox? I don't really know, but even if it's not a lot of money, it's still money, you know. So it's like I don't really understand that part. But anyway,
it matters. And if these collections are selling like hotcakes, Marvel and Capcom will get off their butts and make something happen when it comes to the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise. kudos to Capcom for creating this collection, man. I have been in paradise ever since this collection has been announced, especially to play it online with some of my friends and some of my buddies. You gotta support the collection right here, right now. But guys, that is it for the video, man. Let me know how hyped you guys were when you saw that this game got announced. And personally, for me, I am super excited to experience all the brokenness all over again. Is a dream come true, actually. And this just gives me an extremely good feeling about the future of fighting games and versus games in general. God bless you guys, man. Thank y'all for watching the video. I will continue to support and give you guys updates on this game. And let's enjoy. It's Marvel, baby. We are back. God bless y'all, man. Peace.
God bless you too, brother. Thank you for dropping this video. Wait, did he have something else? Oh, he had the fighting collection and everything. So that's good, man. That is fantastic. I can't wait for this collection, man. I don't know when it's dropping, as I said. They said 2024. Most likely it's gonna drop in October. I'm there, maybe. I don't think it's gonna drop like in a couple months out. Like a couple months out, in like 2 months from now. I think it might drop in October, November, Christmas time. It just seems the more logical approach for like business sales or whatever. Just drop it during Christmas time or the holiday season or whatever, so it makes more sense to me. That's a very great video, Cali. God bless you, bro. Love you, bro. Thank you for dropping this video for us. It is very important that they drop this because this just proves that they have more pots cooking. They could give us this, they could give us Mega Man, they could give us Dino Crisis, they could give us more ports of Resident Evil, which I don't know I don't know what remake we're on Resident Evil. I don't know. I don't play that game, but yeah, you guys will have to let me know. But this is crazy though. This is crazy. The fact that they have a collection of games that we've been asking for the very long, especially X-Men versus Street Fighter. Like, there's a little story I'm gonna tell you guys right now. When I was a child, there was like a laundromat that had X-Men versus Street Fighter, and literally every time I stopped by, I never had quarters to play it ever. Like, I always had dollar bills, but I never had quarters. And I think the laundromat owner did not want to give me quarters because they didn't want delinquent kids playing it. Even though I wasn't delinquent, I actually went to school and did my work and got A's or whatever. But he never gave me quarters. I never had quarters. But the time when we did have quarters, I always play the game and I always get bodied by the computers every single time. But it was always fun because I love how the game looked. I love how super moves looked. I love the characters. I love the voice acting. I love the music. Everything about X-Men vs. Street Fighter was my childhood. And just based on that laundromat, and it would always be like past my school. Like, I always have to pass that laundromat to go to school every single day. So like, to have this game in my grasp and actually play it without having to go to an arcade laundromat and not have quarters is phenomenal. It's literally my childhood. It's literally, like, it's crazy. But yeah, Capcom is cooking. They need to stop cooking. My house is about to explode. Y'all going crazy. Shout out to Capcom. Seemed like after the Street Fighter V disaster and Garbage Fest, they actually have been giving us what we have wanted and giving us content that we actually love, care, and cherish. So shout out to Capcom. Other companies should learn from this. Bandai Namco, Nintendo, all these other. I'm not really gonna say Nintendo because I'm a little bit ignorant on what Nintendo is doing, and I have to watch that direct. I didn't watch it yet, but kudos to Nintendo for having this in their direct. And yeah, this is crazy. This is awesome. Shout out to Capcom. I will continue to support Capcom for what they're doing, reliving our childhoods, giving us old games into current gen consoles and PC. That's awesome. That's all we could ask for, really, because the new games now are trash. They're garbage. So why don't you just give us old games that we actually care and actually have good stories in our new consoles and our new systems or whatever things we are playing them on? So that makes more sense to me. Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Subscribe to my Christian channel. It's very important to your salvation. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless. And shout out to you, Cali. Love you, bro. Yeah, just go subscribe to this channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.